Nothing wrong with the laughter. Never. It would be wrong to give a cause to it. But after all, one is happy, one is tranquil. I don't know how to say, but one wants to go there. When the mind forgets his mentation. Yes. And he forgets to meditate. It's where we were always. But it seems that one thinks he will be more happy grasping something to go along movements of the mind. It's very simple. The map of what's going on after all is very simple. It's not even 2 pages. 1 page would be blank and the other page would be full. But the tranquility is not in the overcrowded page, because you get lost in ups and downs, left and right, and whatnot. One is tranquil when he is himself. It means when he doesn't even know that he acquired a name and a form.
Ganga, I have a question and about self-realization. And it looks like to me there's 2 ways, 2 meanings to self-realization from what I hear. One is self-realization as a path, which is ever now, and which is present, which is ever now present for everybody at this very moment.
Okay.
And the other one is what you call golden carrot, the final one that Ramana got or Papaji got, you know. So one as a goal, the other one as a path. That's how it sounds like to me. Is that so? Or?
I would never have said so.
No.
I would not have said so. First of all, you see, if you call it a golden carrot, this is golden carrot means you can never reach it because it's an illusion. So that's why one removes the golden carrot from the mind to tell it's here now. But you see, when you realize, and this is available to everybody, because everybody is what we call the self or beyond emptiness, whatever it is. When the path is, if you want, a direction is, it's now, every now, So it's not in the time. It's now, when you don't grasp a name and a form. Come on, do that now and tell me if it is a part. It's a direction to remind you again and again, don't go astray, don't take a part, it's just here now. Now, those who realize the self as the great examples we have, they may not need to remind themselves, but if one has to remind himself, it's because there is still a trust in his mind that is not yet it. So he is not called a realized person. He is, of course, let's say, on the edge, if you want some image. He knows what it is, but the habits are very strong, which looks like pulling him out. But it has no meaning, because if you have seen who you are, even the habits are yourself. There is no two. Never forget who you are. I will not say it's one, because it gives a concept. But it's never two. There will be not like illusion and reality. Once you realize. We speak of illusion, we speak of samsara, as long as we believe one is the body and the mind. To show a direction, to cut a split second this link to this belief, very rooted belief from birth. I'm this body and mind. It is this belief which made us born.
So when it's cut, it can never be reconnected.
It's an illusion. What means cut? Cut is when you think illusion is still real. Once you realize what means illusion, is there, it's not there. There is nothing there. So there is no more question even of cutting. It was an illusion to cut, but it's a direction to be able to realize. Otherwise, you see, anybody, let him be a beginner if it means anything. Let it be an old seeker in the same line of, let's say, of Advaita. Huh? If we say, you are that, some take it at once. Very rare case. Even in the Vedas and in the Upanishads, it's a very rare storytelling that one will take it at once. So, there is a trick in indicating. You have to indicate you are that, but in a language the seeker understands. And satsang are made out of that, you see. In fact, there is absolutely nobody who can search this is itself, or who can find this is itself in the balloon of the hallucination of the mind. Do you now? Have you any thought? Do you grasp any thought? Just now.
Not now.
Not now. Okay, not now. And what is this?
I call this here and now.
Okay. You can call it...
Not self-realization.
Why? Tell me why. What do you follow when you say, I am here? No, you mean I have no thought? You don't grasp any thought?
Not now.
Not now. Remain there. Be there. Be there. And the moment you feel you follow your mind, through self-knowledge, you know this is mind which is fooling you with the power, so-called power, to make you believe it's real. So where is the non-self-realization here? And when at all, but you don't speak, so you must be still quiet with your mind. Okay. When you are no more quiet and that it disturbs you, you tell me.
When it's what to talk right now, when I go back where it's all come from,
Yeah.
and just there, there is this idea that say it's not enough.
Yeah, it is the mind who comments.
Yeah,
The mind comments, yes.
it's not enough because I will pull you again to my field.
Yeah, but why do you trust the mind? This is the thing. Once you realize who you are, you see, I may call this, you have kind of glimpses. But you go back to trust the mind when it comments. You see, when you are self-realized, the mind comes and says, oh, you are lower than this realizement because of this and because of that. You think he will listen to it? Otherwise he will become again a seeker. It's never ending. Once for all, don't trust your mind. That's all. That's all. Because you are already yourself. You have not even to go there. The thing is that when you are at the source of the mind, it doesn't comment. You can build there the strength of your own self. But of course, if you go and come, it means you have not totally seen. Somehow you have not totally cut this thread with the mind. Means you still have a trust in the mind. Maybe you don't trust 90%, but you trust 10%. And that is the trouble. So don't worry, you know now what it is. I'm sure there will be at least a few % less next. Or totally. I wish so. You understand? Okay. Nice. This I call a direction, if you like, an Advaitic path to oneself. But it's not yet self-realization what she tells. It's the flavor is there. She's quiet, okay. She has seen the source, okay, but there is still a source and there is still a mind. Huh? So that will go.
I feel myself still being a little shy, but I want to try to share experiences I have. It's something in me I call my soul.
Yeah.
And I discover now how my soul is loving.
Yeah.
And there is some kind of whoever it is, a watcher who really can see what's going on.
Yes.
And my soul doesn't react in the old way.
Yes.
Sometimes she's really calm, looks what is happening, says no, or yes. And I'm pondering about who sees.
Me too. I wanted to ask you, who is this watcher you speak about?
Yes.
Who could be the watcher?
Exactly. My feeling is consciousness.
Even nearer than that. Who is this watcher? Who can watch the soul? Already a soul is very abstract. But you...
It's not my mind, because
That's what I say.
feel seeing.
Yes, I know. You say a soul, but you describe the soul. But now when you say the soul, you think it's you. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. I think it's just the shift which is wrong. It's not you, the soul. Who you are is the watcher. The watcher who sees the soul means the individuality in this body and mind. You are the watcher.
I mean, it gives me joy.
Of course, to be home, to be oneself gives joy.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, a lot of joy.
Yes. Then keep quiet there.
No, and it's fantastic.
Keep quiet there.
Yeah.
And don't care if your soul is quiet or longing. The most important is that now you are the watcher. Be there. You are there. You ever have been there. It was just a little wrong shift of identification.
Yes.
Forget it.
Yes.
It's gone now.
Makes me so free. So
It's called freedom. I'm very happy for you. So keep quiet there. Keep quiet there.
Yesterday you said to my friend that liberation is the same as being in the core of your heart, and I was a bit confused by that. Maybe, yeah, because when I go back to the source, there are moments that I experience my heart, but there are also moments that there's just an expression of peace or joy or whatever, but not.
She understood my language.
Yes.
It comes. It was her question.
Yes, okay. I was wondering.
It's a language of her pact.
Yes.
So she understood me. I spoke in her language
Okay.
to bring her somewhere else than where she was stuck.
Yes.
Okay. You see, heart, no heart. I mean, if you make a concept of all those words, it's a trouble. Then you have to try to tell it differently. Otherwise, no word will do. No word. A few words, though, a few words, they enable you. No, enable means don't allow you. Huh?
Enable?
Yeah, not allow you. Yeah. Huh? Disable. Enfin. Doesn't allow you to grasp something. So that has a direction towards from where they come from the source. So, how come you can be so easily shaken by a sentence?
I guess it's because it was for many years my
Yeah,
language.
you
and
wished so
I-
much to help her in that way. Generally, one speaks of heart. Sometimes I use it too. When one is identified with the mind and the body, you see, then to give some other indication, to remove the constant attention on the body and the mind, you show some other direction, which is half physical, half something. Heart, who can understand really what's a heart? And yet everybody understands something. Now, that's often when you have a path, a practice. No, in no practice, just, if you can, split second, keep quiet. And who cares if it is this or that? Keep quiet. So don't go along the suggestion if it is hard or this or that. Don't keep quiet. You have to keep quiet. Unless you have a doubt, then you ask, of course. When there is a doubt, one has to ask. After all, what is your doubt, Masumi?
I still don't understand whether it's ever now or there's this place in time before and after.
There is no before and after. I don't speak of before and after and time.
Oh, wow.
I try to speak less of that.
When Papaji met Ramana,
Yes.
and then he went through something, and then finally, Ramana looked at him, and Papaji's heart blossomed or something, and then that was the moment. Now he got it, and that was before self-realization and after self-realization. There's before and after picture.
No.
So I still am, my mind is still confused.
Because there are a few concepts there in your mind. You see what means self-realization. It's exactly the moment where you completely are careless about before, after, and what not. It has no meaning because it was in the illusion that the mind was presenting. That is self-realization. You always have been yourself. How come, oh mind, foolish mind, you made me think for so long, or is it possible that this is it? In the history, when somebody speaks or tells a story of an individual body and mind, there will be a time where he meets, let's say, Ramana, and then there was a sentence, there was a look, and it fitted the demand of that time, all is over. So there is a kind of event in the meeting of the guru, means the body which is there, and the body and mind which is here. All that is part of the history that other people, some other eyes can see. You can describe that story. Self-realization is not contained there, because if you take the event for self-realization, you may still go on searching. You are still in the bubble, in the story.
Yeah. Like most of us goes into this here and now.
Yes.
And then you're back to the dream, illusion again. So you go in and come out, you go in and come out. And this goes on for some time for seekers.
Yeah.
And then when you finally self-realize, first of all, this self-realization, this realization, the word realization has always bothered me in that I don't understand the meaning of realization. Realization could means be aware. The meaning of realize means be aware. The other one is realize, like complete. Realize a dream. Like if you have a dream and you realize a dream, it's completed, your desire finished. So what is the meaning of the word realize, realization? Because to me there seems to be two meanings of realization.
Maybe you read many translators, different translators, they will tell different translations. But what is self-realization is just to suddenly, what was already real but concealed, you say, or veiled by your mind, is suddenly a fact as reality. Realization. The real becomes is. Real is. That's all. There is no extra word than that. That's realization.
So you go into reality and
you are always real.
Always real.
You are always real. By nature, who you are is whatever it is. We call it real. Call it real. You can call it also, you cannot call it. If you don't like the word reality, I am also right with that. But then it's difficult to communicate. Who you are is now. I would not even say here now, because otherwise it brings the geography and the time. It's just now. If you stop, if you are not too attached to your concept or your question or to present your doubt now to me, just cut off with that. Who are you?
I'm somebody who's aware.
Cut off with this knowledge. It is mind who tells you that. Cut off with this knowledge. Who are you?
Nobody.
And now even cut off with this concept that you will make. Be that, you are always that, be that alone. All the rest is an illusion. Where is your thought now?
My thought?
Yes. Thought or doubt, where is it now?
Quiet.
And then it's already too much. Huh? Because if you say quiet, it can rise again. How can something quiet be there? Who are you? Who are you? Dreams. Radia. Huh? You see, he dreams like us. Oh, oh.
Read it.
You know how to express that. When I try to follow your indication,
Yeah,
and you say don't, it's ever now when you don't grasp
yeah,
anything.
yeah,
I try not to grasp,
yes,
but still is very something that want to describe where I am, what I'm doing, what.
yes. Because you see, I doesn't grasp, isn't it? It's I who doesn't grasp. But this I is still so, it's not questioned. So I looks like existing only when he grasps something. So he will grasp a comment. Now, if you don't grasp the comment, you see, when something rises, you don't need to grasp it. You can see it without grasping it. Huh? So try to do that in order that I, for a moment, has the chance not to grasp anything, because then it doesn't exist. And it's simply yourself. I doesn't exist alone. There is no I. I doesn't exist. I exist only if I end something. Or I having attained nothing, but then I glued to nothing. It's a pure construction of the mind. What is yourself. Is yourself. But how to have a glimpse of that, have a peep to just be what you already are, don't grasp any thought, any rising something. You don't suppress them, huh? You just don't look at them. It is not interesting. In the contrary, it binds you. It veils who you are, that you so much want to realize, to make it real. So it doesn't matter if you comment. You don't need to be bothered by it because it should not be there, or to be bothered by it because it brings something which is interesting. Let it pass. It's true, the mind it cannot love emptiness. Doesn't like it. And even if there is no object, then it will invent emptiness. Glued to emptiness. He makes emptiness an object again. He's so clever. But who you are is freed from that by nature. It's free. It's freed. So can you see that you are tyrannized by the so-called mind? Yes. Okay. But now, if you hear that even I doesn't exist, it's only yourself. It has to exist when you give reality to something. Then there is a subject and object.
But I want to be identified with something.
That's what I say, because he wants to survive. The mind wants to still remain the master. It's true. It's true. So we try to demystify, to root out this belief that it's only that which exists. It's illusory. Then, of course, then there will be peace. If there is no mind telling you always go on the left and on the right and on the up, down and what not, it's very disturbing. It creates a lot of confusion. That's why it's so important to know oneself, to be oneself. Be you are always, to realize oneself. But now you know more tricks of your mind. So the desire to be freed from it should help you, you see. Don't worry, it can happen very sudden. We are never ready enough, so it doesn't matter, it's great, because it's possible every moment. Yes? Welcome. Welcome to Satsang. So it means welcome to a moment of you left at the door all what you know. So Satsang is the company of your own self, who you are, without any name and without any form. It's here. Close your eyes. And just be that, what you already are. And don't grasp anything. Let it pass like a cloud. Don't suppress also. Very nice. Oh. Voilà, now we do this things here. So you have not to search yourself, you are yourself. What you have to do now for a while is to be vigilant, not to go always, always. And once you are not going, you just keep quiet. Hmm? Yes, yes, no way.
Is it realization if disappear, who look at it, who see that, like the eye, like somebody look at it?
Yeah, but who has seen it?
It's also eye. Or
Yes. Yes. So you see this experience that I disappears will come and go. But the one who sees it never comes and goes. Hmm? That's it. Someone. That's. Masumi.
I had a thought comes up in mind saying, this is very important, unless I know I will not be quiet. I'm the same. And the mind, the question is this, there are thought that comes, and when you're sitting here, oh, it's just a thought, you're watching and it goes. But when the mind says, oh, tonight I'm going to go to that restaurant. Should I listen to the mind or should I just let it go?
Don't listen to the mind in Satsang, but at 7, 8 o'clock in the night, just go to the restaurant. It's more simple than what you think. Just do things when it's just that moment, and after don't think of it. Forget. Forget before, do it, forget after.
No planning. The mind says...
You can plan to go to Japan, you can plan... Yeah, you plan a few things, but I mean, don't be enslaved to your mind.
Right. So you can just choose, okay, I take this mind and I don't take this mind. You have the choice.
Have a big bag. My mind, I put you there, close it well, you walk everywhere, whatever, and he will ring. Don't forget, I have to go to Japan. So then you can open, you do a bit, and then you close again. You have a big bag. I think I have one at home. You have one?
So you just keep the bag at home. Not in
You saw a few sushis? Okay. So, good afternoon.
Thank you.